Star, will you marry me?
That's a joke, right?
Don't worry. We'll find another way to get Stacy.
Like what? Stacy's not talking, and Kyle won't spill either unless I go to Natalie and get her to drop some charges against him.
You said that?
Yeah, and I don't even know what that's about, so basically, I'm screwed.
Not necessarily. We may have another option.
No, Skylar, Roxy is Rex's mother.
I know.
She loves Rex to pieces, and she's crazy about Shane.
Yeah, which makes her, next to you, probably the world's easiest mark for Stacy. Stacy, I should, This is tough.
Which one of us ends up with Todd? I mean, come on, are you serious?
You set this up.
Set what up?
The whole thing. The custody hearing, the judge's ruling.
You want painkillers?
Well, it's the only possible explanation. The court order makes no sense. You orchestrated it to get Todd back into your life.
Marty, hi.
Hi. Is Jessica here?
No, hon, she's not at the moment. Come in though.
Thank you. I brought her these.
That's so lovely, thank you.
How is she?
Well, she's okay, you know. She's out with Brody right now.
Right.
We're all doing everything we can to keep her distracted as much as possible.
Sure.
Okay?
Of course. I just can't imagine how she's feeling.
It's a monstrous thing to bury your own child, whatever the circumstances.
It's actually why I'm here.
What do you mean?
I assumed you hadn't heard anything. Marcy and Michael backed out of the adoption, so Hope is back home with Star.
Dad, please do not do anything stupid. You don't understand what's happened.
All I do know is what your mom told me, is that Marcy McBain finally did something right and brought Hope back to you. Is that true? Where is she?
She's upstairs sleeping.
Do you want to wake her up, or do you want to discuss what I just walked in on?
I want to marry Star.
Of course you do. Sure. Sure. You just got your baby back. Seems like the right thing to do.
No, it's not just that.
Right. You're probably worried. You want to make sure that you see her. But let me tell you, we'll work something out, Cole, okay? We've got all summer before you go to college and Star finishes school, and we'll come up with a schedule.
Mr. Manning, I'm going to prison. And before I go, I want to marry Star.
You're going to prison. But first you want to marry Star.
Dad,
Is that right?
could you please not freak out about this?
How am I freaking out? I'm just asking him a question. Just want to be clear.
That's right.
What are you going to prison for, if I might ask?
I was arrested for drug possession.
What kind of sentence does that carry?
2 years.
He could get out in 1.
Well, that makes it all better, doesn't it?
Dad, he was totally set up.
You don't have to make excuses for me. Look, one of the conditions of my probation after the car accident is I had to go to drug treatment. And if I was caught using or in the possession of drugs, it was automatic sentence.
So you've been using drugs, and now you're going to prison. Do you think that qualifies you to be Star's husband?
That's right, Taya. I married another man to keep Todd away from my kids, and then I did a complete 180. Paid off a judge so I'd have to live with Todd. You caught me. You know, moss certainly doesn't grow on your backside.
All right. All right, so you didn't plan it.
You think?
But don't deny that you're loving every minute of it.
You are so deranged.
What about your husband? Where's he gonna live?
You know, John is none of your business.
I'm about to be disbarred because I tried to help you keep your kids.
You are about to be disbarred because you couldn't keep your big mouth shut about it.
I thought there was something there between you and John. No?
There was.
Uh-huh.
But not anymore.
Because of Todd?
No, because of Marty Saybrook. She comes back from the dead, and as usual, everything in my life just blows up.
That is quite an about face for Marcy and Michael, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. But Star, she's thrilled.
Well, I'm delighted for her. That's good.
Yes.
What about Cole?
He's actually with Star right now, and then she's filling him in. I didn't get a chance to see him after I found out things are happening pretty quickly.
Oh, I hope he'll be happy. That poor boy has been on some roller coaster ride.
Yes, he has.
Dad, Cole was not using drugs.
I wasn't.
So, what was it? You were framed? Just a big mix-up? What?
I ran into the guy that used to be my dealer. I told him that I didn't want anything, but he wouldn't take no for an answer, so he stuck a bag of pills in my pocket and walked away. Look, I was in the process of throwing them into the river when the cops saw me. I got arrested, and that was that.
So, you're saying it wasn't your fault?
Oh, it was my fault for getting mixed up with drugs in the first place.
No, it's still not fair.
Well, as soon as I saw him, I should have walked away. You know, I should have thrown him in the river.
But you still shouldn't have been arrested, and then you're going to prison?
So, like I said, I can take it as long as I know I have you to come home to.
See, now that sounds like you want to use her to help you get through this mess.
No, that's not what it is like at all.
Well, I don't know, because first it was steroids, and then all the other junk you took this year, and now you're picked up for possession. Sounds to me like you've got a major problem.
Look, I love Star, and I love our baby. I just want to be a good father and husband.
You're off to a hell of a start.
Look, I'm taking responsibility for my mistakes. And when I get out, I'm going to spend every second of my life making it up to Star and our baby.
Yeah, see, I don't think so.
Look, Mr. Manning, I would really love to have your support in this, but I'm not asking your permission.
Hope is back with Star, huh? Does Todd know?
I assume he'll know soon enough.
Do you think there's any chance at all that man will back off and allow his daughter to raise her child without interfering?
Yeah, he was ready to kidnap her child before she was born. If he's going to do anything decent now, I wouldn't hold my breath. I'm sorry.
Oh, please. Don't apologize to me. Whatever you say about Todd, he has earned, and then some.
I know, but he's still your brother.
I have no illusions about Todd. And I'm quite sure you're right. I'm sure he will do everything he can to give Star and Cole a hard time. What's up?
Even, excuse me, Todd's going to have a hard time getting at Cole in the next little while. He's going to prison.
No. I think Rex's mom knows something, and I think she's hiding it.
Why? Did she say something?
No, it was more what she didn't say.
Have you talked to Roxy much? She has a lot of big gaps.
Yeah, see, I don't buy that for a second. I mean, yes, she's quirky, but she's shrewd.
It's true.
She comes in here, okay, looking for a drink, like she really needs one, and she starts pushing me to try to peel Stacy off of Rex.
Oh, well, Roxy hates Stacy's guts. She caught on early that Stacy was blackmailing me.
Yeah, but I kept pressing her. Why do you want me in the middle? Blah, blah, blah. And she said because Stacy was playing dirty.
Playing dirty how?
I don't know. She shut up after that.
Not like Stacy went after Rex and that was playing dirty?
No, because if that was it, she would have just said so. You know, but instead, she got all quiet. She changed the subject. She wandered over to that chair over there, and she's been sitting there ever since.
So you think that Roxy knows something about the real donor?
I don't know. I mean, she looks guilty, Gigi, I think. Something's weighing on her.
I can't believe this guy. Roxy loves Rex and Shane and me. And ever since she found out about Stacy and the blackmail, she's been pushing me to go after her, to fight her.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Roxy knows something, and I've seen her with Stacy putting their heads together more than once.
Me too.
Isn't that kind of strange if Roxy hates Stacy?
I just figured that she was telling Stacy off.
Well, is that what it looked like?
No, they'd both get quiet.
That's what I thought.
And that's so not like Roxanne.
No, I didn't think so.
She has said some strange things.
Hey, it isn't Stacy's blood that's saving him.
She said it out loud.
What?
Roxy said that it wasn't Stacy's blood that was saving Shane.
Hello? Like, that's not a clue?
Yeah, it wasn't until now. I mean, I didn't know it was literally true.
Well, she did.
She got off the hook when I asked her what she was talking about. She said it was more than the blood. It was a mother's love or something. And there was this other time when she outright said Stacy's not a match.
Gigi.
She said that meant that Stacy was a match for Rex.
Yeah, well, now we know that that's literally true, and she's saying Stacy's stem cells are not a match for Shane.
So she knew. How could she?
I don't know.
Okay. Wait. So let's say that Roxy did know about Stacy's scam. Why in the hell would she go along with it?
Why did you?
Because I had to save my son's life. It was blackmail, but I had no choice, Skylar. Okay, so you think that Stacy was blackmailing Rex's mother and me to get to him?
Mr. Underhill.
Yes, may I help you?
I'm Abraham Froman, the general manager of this club. I'm here about the charges you and Mrs. Underhill ran up today.
This is a very bad time, Abe. Me and Mr. Underhill are having some private time.
What a perfect way to end a day of fraud, trespassing, and grand larceny.
What? Mr. Froman, there's a huge misunderstanding. And
Yes. You seem to think that we wouldn't figure out the Underhills don't have a grandson. Officers, in here. Book them.
You did not just say that!
You're under arrest.
Can I
You have the right to remain silent.
Can I get some clothes?
Here, put this on your tab. Add it to the charges.
Oh, that is so cold.
Are you going after Todd?
What is it with you?
Don't deny it, Blair. I was there, remember? Deathbed confession. Todd is the love of your life.
I think someone else said that.
And you agreed.
Look, if you want Todd, you can have him.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what you say. You make a big show of throwing him away, but you never quite let go, do you?
It's not me. It's the kids. You saw him just now. Star had this drama. He ran after them. He drops everything for his kids. He's never dropped anything for me.
Are you finished?
Yes. A long time ago. Tell ya, what I had with Todd, what I felt with Todd was very intense. It was, I admit it. But it went on way longer than was healthy for me. And it is over. Past tense. But with you, see, you still think there's something in Todd worth loving. Present tense. And that's the problem, isn't it?
I just want my daughter to have my name. I want her to have a family. She shouldn't have to wait for that, and Star shouldn't have to wait to know that I'm committed to both of them. So we're gonna get married before I go to prison.
Which is when?
2 days.
Wow. That doesn't give you much time to order a cake and find a DJ, does it?
Yeah, he's right.
Well, I don't care about any of that stuff.
Then we can get married tomorrow.
Don't do that.
If Roxy has the answers, she's coughing them up right now.
No, not if you go at her like that. Think about it, Gigi. If this is true, then she knew Stacy was breaking you and Rex up.
Which she hated.
Yeah, and she let it happen. Okay, so whatever she's sitting on, that was the price she was willing to pay for it. And then you ask yourself, what kind of secret is that?
Pretty damn big one. Okay. I'll go easy.
Is that a crystal ball? I thought you had the night off.
Staring into that glass like it could give you all the answers.
Yeah, well, usually one vodka rocks does. What's with the fisheye?
It's about Rex and Stacy.
I want these hooligans prosecuted to the furthest extent of the law. They ordered a Louis Jadot Le Montrachet and lobster.
Balsam?
Spare me your psychoanalytic assessment.
Oh, please. I can pick out Todd's victims anywhere.
I am not a victim.
Oh, really? What are you doing here? You certainly can afford your own nurse. You can afford your own place to live. Hell, Todd's half the reason you were blown up in the first place, and then he uses the fact that you're all messed up to get you here. He gets you to confess to a fraud. Hell, he even tapes it. Plays it in an open court to tank your sleazy career. And you still want to be with that man.
Are you going to fight me for Todd? Or go after Marty for John?
How about neither?
2 years? Boy, that seems very, very harsh, especially if he was set up.
I don't think Cole sees it that way. You should have seen his face when the judge was doing the sentencing. I think part of Cole believes that he deserves anything he gets because of what he did to Matthew. It breaks my heart thinking he's going to spend the rest of his life feeling like he doesn't deserve any good because of one admittedly huge mistake.
Well, you will help him. And he has his daughter to come home to.
Yeah, I hope Star doesn't reject him because of this, though.
No. I'm quite sure that Star will always want Cole to be there for their daughter.
All right, let's slow down a little bit here, kids.
We're not kids.
Legally, you are. Which means you have to have parental consent to get married.
But I'm 17.
The age of consent in Pennsylvania is 18.
And how do you know that?
Every father with a teenage daughter in the state knows that.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Believe me, it's true.
Okay, well, if you don't approve it, then we'll get Star's mom.
No. Hold on. I'd say I wouldn't approve it. All right, you have my consent.
Seriously?
Sure. If that's what you want, I'm not going to stand in your way.
Why not?
I guess I'm tired of being the bad guy all the time. It hasn't worked so well with the two of us, has it?
No.
And I understand you want to man up and you want to give your baby a legal father, right?
It's more than that, sir.
Yeah, but even that's enough. Especially with a prison sentence staring you in the face. You're trying to do the right thing. Okay. I'm not going to stop you.
Dad, what are you up to?
I guess I'm evolving. I've insisted on doing things my way with the two of you, and look where that got us. I nearly lost everything that mattered to me. So maybe if I let you guys do what you want, I'll get to keep everything that matters to me. Okay, there you go. You guys got a lot to talk about. I'm out of here. Go over the details in the morning.
Who's that?
If it weren't for Marty, I would probably still be with John. Because I actually think that we're very good together.
You sure Marty was the problem?
I'm sure you think it's me.
And your feelings for your ex?
God, how many ways can I say this to you, Taya? Todd and I are finished. I only deal with him because of my children, okay? But look, what's your excuse? Huh? I mean, you say you're not a victim.
I'm not a victim.
Then what is it?
It's none of your business.
Oh, no. You don't get to do that. You don't get to poke around in my life. Get up all in my business. And the minute I ask a question, you go, no.
Just leave it alone, Blair.
No! Leave what alone? Is this your big secret?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, you do. You remember? We were dying. You grabbed my arm just like that. You said, I've got this secret. A secret I've never told another soul.
Barely seen you since Rex and I split up.
Well, I've been busy at Angel Square. And you've been busy with Shane.
You're not avoiding me. You're not mad at me for breaking up with your son.
Oh, your skanky little sister made that happen.
She's living with Rex now.
Yeah, I heard that. We should jump in and break that up.
I wish I could. But as long as Stacy's the donor, who can save your grandson, I'm stuck. If only Stacy wasn't a match. Like you said.
What?
Yeah. Right outside Shane's hospital room, you said that Stacy wasn't a match.
Oh, I meant she wasn't a good match for Rex.
Right. That's what you said. But that's not what you meant, was it? Roxy, if my sister is threatening you, you have to tell me.
Yeah, like I'd be scared of that stringy little slut?
Yeah, like I am. She's threatened me with my son's life. What is she holding over your head?
Would you please take that young woman to the locker room and get her dressed?
I'd have to uncuff her.
That's okay.
You can have your ratty road back, too.
Oh, Abe.
You hear that? That one should stay in cuffs. That one is shifty.
Abe, do you know where Mr. Balsam's pants are?
Right here, along with the charges. These two broke into the club, claiming to be the Underhill's grandson and his wife. Then they order vintage wine and lobster. Then we find them in a cabana, horizontal, in ways that violate at least 3 club rules. This is criminal.
You're right, Abe. And Mr. Balsam needs to pay, and he will.
My house manager and head waiter are prepared to testify. We've collected the evidence. Dust for prints, I guarantee you'll find that one's on there.
You've done a great job, Abe.
I try, Commissioner.
No, you succeed. You know, my father was always glad that they hired you when you were young.
Asa Buchanan was a great man. His father was a charter member of the club you defiled today.
And you were right, Abe. Mr. Balsam will pay in full everything that he has taken. But I would appreciate it if you could avoid making formal charges.
It's an open and shut case.
Yes, but see, in situations like this, once things get out in the open, you know, that just encourages copycats. Not to mention the fact, I would appreciate it personally.
I'd like to sleep on it.
All right, fair enough. Could I have Mr. Balsam's clothes? Dave, listen, I know that you have to get back to work, but I do appreciate you coming in. And you call me tomorrow morning. You let me know what you decide, okay? All right. Thanks again. Well, this is certainly not how I expected things to turn out in the old cop shop tonight. Huh? Could you uncuff him, please?
Yeah. Bo,
what the hell were you thinking? Trespassing? Identity theft? Fraud?
We didn't mean anything.
You ordered a $500 bottle of wine. Balsam, if Abe decides to go ahead and press charges, That's grand larceny, and that's only about half of it.
I know.
No, you and Stacy, half naked, horizontal, huh? Well, were you doing it?
Almost. If the guy hadn't found us, we would have been.
Sit down. What are you thinking about? Awesome. This is old school Rex. This is not you now. You're a father.
I know.
Well, then what are you doing? You running around breaking the laws, messing with your girlfriend's sister?
I know how it looks.
No, it looks like what it is, right?
I don't know what happened. No, I do know what happened. I had a great day with Stacy. And I haven't had too many of those lately. I got to see my kid play the drums for the first time, and for the first time since we brought him home from the hospital, it looked like he turned the corner. For good. I wanted to celebrate and be irresponsible for 5 minutes.
Okay, and that's how you ended up at the country club?
We meant it as a goof. And then I got serious.
So you're not talking about scamming the club right now, are you? Nah. Do you want to be with Stacy?
No. Yeah, I don't... No. Part of me knew exactly what I was doing.
And I think I know which part. What about the rest of you?
The rest of me will always love Gigi.
You think that stupid little stripper has something on me?
Doesn't she?
Let's not play games, Roxy. I know your dirty little secret.
What do you want from me, Aziz?
If I'm ever gonna get Rex back, if he and Shane and I are ever gonna be a family again, you could be our only hope. Roxy, I know what Stacy is capable of, but there has to be a way out of this for both of us. We can beat her. We can. But we have to have all the pieces, and we have to fight her together. Roxy, what does she have on you?
Oh, baby, you are barking up the wrong blonde.
Please, Roxy, please, you have to help me.
He's barely 18. I mean, what person comes out of prison undamaged?
But come on, Marty, he's a child. They're not going to send him to a place
Terrifying? I know. Well, hardcore criminals, we're doing our best, but they're charging him as an adult. So even if it's not horrible, it's 2 years. Do you remember what 2 years felt like when you were 18 years old? How long that felt? We were free to do whatever we wanted.
I don't know what to say. I hope you know that I will do whatever I can to help you and Cole get through this.
I know. Thank you. You know, you have enough going on in your own family to keep you more than busy. You don't need to find time for mine.
You know, Chloe... Hope. She was my granddaughter for the first several months of her life. And now she's going to be my grandniece. So we're all still family.
What was that?
Alien abduction. Aliens definitely took your dad and left behind a pot person.
Yeah, a Todd pod. Can you believe that?
Truthfully, no.
A year ago, he would have been on the phone immediately arranging to have you killed, and now he's saying yes to us getting married?
Maybe he thinks he can string us along and then pull out, leaving us without an option tomorrow.
He knows that we would just go to my mom. Maybe he's trying to make things better, or, I mean, after all, we do have his granddaughter.
And that's what he always wanted, so maybe...
That's the thing. With my dad, you just never know.
But what we do know is that we're getting married.
Not so fast.
What?
You may have my father's permission to marry me, but I never said yes.
We had a pact. What happens in the boiler room stays in the boiler room.
Yeah, I got it. And it's too bad because, you know, we messed that one up. We ratted each other out in open court, didn't we?
I knew I couldn't trust you, even when we were dying.
Well, what about now? What's your secret?
You must have been hallucinating.
Oh, I don't think I was. And I actually think it has something to do with why you keep coming back to Todd. Hey, did you manage to alienate our daughter completely?
No, I was hoping to come back and find you guys mud wrestling by then.
Over you, fat chance.
That is my favorite image of you two.
Well, you have a rich fantasy life, Todd.
What happened to your sense of humor?
I lost it in court yesterday.
Yeah, me too. So, have you made a decision about where everybody's gonna live?
Well, that's a no-brainer. We're going to move to La Boulée because there's not enough room in this house for you, me, the kids, and Miss Thing here. Unless you want to go to court and, try to sell that to the judge. I mean, you go ahead. You be my guest. So, what's it going to be?
How do you look?
She won't say a word, but I can tell she's dying to. So you were right.
Whatever Stacy's got on Roxy must be big.
We still don't know if it's going to get us any closer to the real donor. Damn it! I can't stand this. It's like take one step forward, 2 steps back.
I know. Until it all falls into place, though, I promise you it will.
Thanks. The only hope I've got is because of you.
Look, your replacement's here for the night shift. Let's go watch Shane's concert.
Balls. You remember last year when I was stumbling around, doing everything I could to throw my life away? You looked out for me.
As much as you let me.
Yeah, I was a pain in the ass. I made it tough to help. Pretend that you're smarter than that. Do you want to be the guy you were a few years ago?
No.
Then stop letting little Rex call all the shots for you. Especially with your girlfriend's sister. Gee, Balsam, trust me, under the best of situations, that is not easy. Don't even ask. You and Gigi can't work things. You still have Shane to think about.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you wrapped up in this mess. I will pay for all the damages.
Oh, you will. Get out of here.
Thanks. Can we close the door?
Get out.
Okay.
Hey.
Paul got us off the hook. We won't know for sure until tomorrow.
Oh, God, thank heaven. That locker room was smelly and awful. I can only imagine how bad the jail cell would be.
We were lucky.
Okay, well, let's go and celebrate.
I have to go to Ultraviolet.
Tonight?
I've got some bookkeeping to finish. Your kind of stuff.
Okay, well, I'll go with you.
I won't have time. You should just go home.
How about I'll have some chicken parm waiting?
No, I'll be late. Don't wait up.
Okay, well, I had a great day.
Sleep well.
Things will be tough for you while Cole is away. But you have a grandchild to focus on.
Yeah, me and everyone else. Todd, Blair, Addie, Jack, Star, Langston, Dorian.
Mo and Noel.
Yeah, and you?
Yeah, and me. But, things are not quite the same as they were.
No. But you're always welcome.
In Dorian's house? I don't think so.
I'll run interference for you. They love me there. I forgot how wonderful it was to talk to you. Thank you for listening to me.
Honey, everything's going to be okay. I know it will.
You're right. Since Star has this baby now, the best place for us to live is at Dorian's. As much as I hate it there. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hire someone 24/7 to take care of you until you get back on your feet.
You don't need to do that.
I feel like I do. I want to. I guess I better pack, huh? Oh, by the way, Cole Thornhart is going to prison for 2 years for drug possession. And he asked Star to marry him tomorrow before he goes off to the slammer. And I gave him my blessing. I'll see you later.
Well, yeah, I guess you didn't say, but your dad interrupted, and I guess I just assumed that. Well, but do you want to? Star, will you marry me?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I want to marry you more than anything.
I love you so much.
I love you too. I love you, and I can't wait to